I need a job. Hello friends, it's Meg and welcome to another video. This is the first of the video series that I'm starting on job hunting and kind of documenting my job hunting journey. It's going to be really unpredictable, really raw, and just authentic in the sense that it's unfiltered and just my life, really. Sharing as much as I can as I go through this entire process. So initially in my life plan, I was supposed to still be in university. I wasn't supposed to be looking for a job until next year, but things changed. If you haven't seen my update video, I'll link it up in the cards above so you can check it out. But essentially what happened was I used to go to university in Israel. Israel is going through a war right now, and so I had to suspend my studies, and now I am no longer a student, which means I need to look for a job. I think a lot of people who had similar experiences to me where they had to suspend their studies due to the war, I think they went to different universities, right, and continued their studies there. But for me, I realized that I'm a little bit tired of just going through the academic system, having to adjust to a new system, the whole application process, all of these things. It's really exhausting, and frankly, I just really want to work. My degree was supposed to be in computer science and entrepreneurship, and so it was a lot of application-based studies where I was coding a lot, I was doing pitches for business ideas, and so I feel like I have the bare minimum skills in order to start working and to start my career. And so that's why instead I'm choosing personally for myself to find a job rather than to continue studying at a university. But this means that my job hunt is a little bit unique in that for a lot of people, they start to look for a job once they're done with university, which means they have a degree behind them to back up the fact that they can do something. For me, I don't, because I had to suspend my studies, and I feel like I have a valid reason. It's not like I just quit because I wanted to, but it does make it a little bit difficult for me to prove to potential employers that I have what it takes, right? Because I don't have a degree backing me up. And so I thought it would be interesting for me to document my process as someone who doesn't have a degree, doesn't really have experience in the field that I'm, trying to work in, which is in computer science. I want to work as a developer, and just showing how someone who is more on the side of self-taught, right? Because I did take university courses, but I don't have anything to show for it because I don't have a degree. So it's more along the lines of the people who are going into developer jobs as a self-taught developer. And I thought that whole narrative could be interesting, might be worth sharing. And so yeah, that's why I decided to start this series. So in this first episode, I really want to focus on my GitHub profile because I really haven't touched it. I haven't really done anything. LinkedIn, I have touched before. I've done a little bit of, putting the necessary information in there. I do need to update it, but there is something there for people to see. But with my GitHub, I really don't have anything. So that's what I'll be working on today. So for those of you who don't know, GitHub is a developer platform that's made specifically for developers to be able to store and share their code with other people. A lot of hiring managers will look at your GitHub profile in order to gauge what kind of projects you have, in order to understand what kind of code you write. If you're looking for a developer position and you have no prior experience, you don't have another company to back up your claim that you can code, then a lot of hiring managers will just look at your GitHub and look at the projects that you have there. All right, so you can see my screen now. I am in my GitHub profile, and as you can see, I don't really have anything. I don't have a profile picture. I have a bit of a bio, but I have no README file as a profile, and that's something that you can do in GitHub these days. And so I'm going to go ahead and go to repositories and then create a new one. And as long as you name it the same as your username, you can create this special repository, as the GitHub character is telling us in the screen right now. Meg Shinaga is a special repository that you can use to add a README to your GitHub profile. Make sure it's public, so we made sure it's public, and it's initialized with a README. So let's click this, make sure that it initializes with a README file, and I'm gonna keep everything else the default, and then go ahead and create the repository. So now we have a README file. We can click on the pencil icon and it is the special README file that will appear on our profile. I have an idea of what I want to put in here, but they give you some ideas as well right here. As you can see, I'm currently working on, I'm learning, collaborating on, I'm looking for help with, ask me about, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So these are some things that you can get started. It's in a comment, so you don't have to even delete this. It won't show up if you keep it there, but I'm just going to go ahead and delete it because I don't need it. And I am going to delete what I have on there as well and go ahead and type out everything that I actually want. So as you can see here, I typed out my about me and my what I'm looking for right now, just as a way for me to be very upfront and very clear in my README. I'll read the about me. Hello, I'm Meg, I'm 24 years old, 2000 baby, and I'm originally from Tokyo, Japan. I used to study computer science and entrepreneurship at README University in Israel, but I had to suspend my studies due to war that broke out in the area in October of 2023. I have a YouTube channel, and I link the actual channel with over 1.3k subscribers where I talk about sustainable productivity and share snippets from my everyday life. I think that's pretty clear and concise. I think what the thing about these READMEs is like you don't want to write like your entire life story. Like hiring managers are not looking to read a novel, right? They want like a TLDR of like who you are and what you can do. So this, I think, sums up my situation, who I am, very briefly. And so I think that's good. And then I'm looking for a data analyst job right now. So that's what I listed here. And for the languages, I thought about listing out the languages that I actually can code in, but I thought it might look a little bit clunky. So I found this thing called the Profile README Generator, where you can create your own icons for the different languages that you can actually write. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and copy the code that it gives me. So Python. Edit, I don't adjust the storybook. Python, Java, C, and dash, links, CSS, region. These are like the web developer things. Can, but not great. So I'm going to group the ones that are kind of similar together. I think this is good. I am going to go ahead and generate the README and copy this into the languages section, but I don't need this heading, so it's just that. And I think that looks good. This preview, yeah, that's what it looks like. I like it. I think it's simple, very easy, but it, gets across the message that I want to get across. So yeah, I like it. Let's commit the change. And since it's just me, I'm just going to commit directly to the main branch. Now, if we go to my profile, ta-da! It shows up right here, and I think it looks really cool. I like it a lot, so let's keep it at that. I want to add a profile picture, so edit here, upload photo. And then make sure to update your profile and go view. It's not showing up. Let's make sure to clear cache and refresh. There we go. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it looks really professional. And I like my little tagline of like learning in public and documenting it, because that's exactly what I do. And let's set a status of what's happening. Excited to be starting new projects. I want the eyes emoji. Yeah. Ta-da! Cute. I love it. And now for the most important part, we actually need a project to pin in this GitHub, but I don't have that project yet, so that's going to be in the next video. So that's it for this week's video. I updated my GitHub and showed you how to make a little profile. Obviously, this is like such a small step compared to the mountain of things I have to do in order to get this whole job searching process off the ground, but it is a step nonetheless, and so I wanted to document it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!